everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihanascuisines. Today I am super excited to bring you a new dish for your Eid plates. Eid 2020. This is awesome. So these are going to be little bowls, little molds of vermicelli that we're going to make. We're going to stuff that with a pistachio nut mixture with sweetened condensed milk. So if you want to learn how to do this, let's go ahead and review all the ingredients. But before we do that, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you have subscribed, I really appreciate it. If you haven't, I'd love for you to come on board. Hit the bell over there so that you get a notification every time a new video has been uploaded. Also, head over to my website, www.raihanasrecipes.com. You'll see all the 800 videos that I have on there. And one more thing I forgot to mention was, yes, all the recipes and the method of doing these are in the description box below. So make sure you check it out. What are we waiting for? Let's get this started. So first I'm going to discuss the ingredients needed to make the shells. Then I'll discuss the filling for what we're going to use to fill up the shells. So here I have 150 grams of roasted vermicelli. We're going to be using 2 packets, which comes to 300 grams. To that, we're going to be adding 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, about 3 tablespoons of desiccated coconut, which is unsweetened, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cardamom crushed, which is optional, pinch of salt. I have a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. So we'll put the 14 ounces in there first. If we feel that the mixture is dry, we'll add a little bit more in there. But for now, let's just stick with the 14 ounces. Now you want to take this bag and you just want to mix, you just want to crush your vermicelli. The more they're crushed, the easier it is to roast these. For the filling, we are going to be using 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. Now this is completely optional. We're going to be using 1/2 cup of pistachios, 1/2 cup of sliced almonds. I have 1/2 cup of roasted hazelnuts. Now that's completely optional. If you don't get it, whatever, just whatever you want to do. And then I've got about 1/2 cup of, again, desiccated coconut, which is not sweet. Okay, I'm going to add that in there. We are going to wait until all this is melted. Once our butter is melted, we'll go ahead and add the vermicelli in there. Now, can you use ghee? Definitely you can use ghee. Some recipes I use butter, some recipes I use ghee. For this recipe, I have noticed that with butter, it just turns out so much better, okay? So it's really up to you. Now, also when you go pick up your vermicelli, you know, don't worry if you can't find any that are very dark in color. Sometimes they're dark, sometimes they're light. If they're light, don't worry about it. You're just going to be roasting them more when you make this or any other sale or whatever you want. Now, I also made a recipe on Eid sale. If you want to watch that, check it out. Got sale everywhere. Okay, so this is almost there. So now I'm just going to empty my pack of vermicelli in here, like so. You also want to try and see if you can use a wider pan for this so that when it's roasting, you can get a nice even color on both ends, just like so, okay? I'm going to add the other bag in there. This is great for Eid plates. Really fun and easy to make. It's also very inexpensive to make. Whatever is not crushed, I'm just taking my fist and I'm trying to crush it. Now what I'm going to do is I want to show you what we're going to do for the filling. Now for the filling, I am going to be adding all these items into the filling, and so we can do that right now while this is getting nice and roasted. So nuts, these are roasted pistachios, roasted almond slices. Again, do you see I'm just going to go ahead and stir this Also, if you have a pan that's a little bit more flat, just like the one I'm using, it's better because this way you're gonna get even browning on all ends, okay? All right, so that's going. Now I'm gonna head and add my poppy seeds in here, and then we're gonna add our desiccated coconut. I'm not gonna add too much at this point. I wanna see how it looks. My daughter-in-law does not like too much desiccated coconut. She loves hazelnuts, and that's why I added the hazelnuts in there. All right, so I've got that going. I'm gonna add a pinch of cardamom, just a pinch in here, and then we're gonna add half of the condensed milk in here. Now, add little at a time because you might not need all of it. What you're looking for here is you're looking for a sticky mixture. Okay, so once we put these in like our baskets, it's going to be sticky, so we'll be able to spoon it in there. See? Okay, so you see the color. When we started, it was white, and I've been standing right here. These are super fine. They are gonna get dark very, very quickly. So that's why you wanna stand right here, and you wanna just get this roasted first before you do anything else, because if you start doing anything else, these are gonna burn on the bottom. And this is on my lowest heat. See that? Look at the heat. It's completely low, and yet it's getting brown very, very quickly. So at this time now, let's go ahead and add the desiccated coconut in there. We're gonna add that pinch of cardamom powder, mix. Now, let's add the 14 ounces can of condensed milk in here. That also, I'm adding half at a time. Again, your stove has to be on the lowest setting. You don't want this very high at all. You're gonna have a mess if it's gonna be high. Everything's gonna burn. I can guarantee you that. You just want enough condensed milk in here just so that all the vermicelli stick together. That's all we want, because we want to make those molds, right? So if it's too dry of a mixture, it's not going to set, and if it's too wet of a mixture, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to hold it in your hand, and that's what we want. So 1 can is perfect. I don't think I'm going to add any more in there. I'm just going to keep on mixing this until everything is combined, and it's pretty wet mixture to me. At this point, we're going to get this off the stove, and we're going to let this cool down, and then let's go ahead and talk about the molds. So as far as the molds are concerned, I have here some really nice molds. These are about 2 inches. I love these. I will put up a link in the description box below if you would like to get it. They're very inexpensive, and I absolutely love these. You can do so many desserts and so many things with this. So what I am going to do also, if you don't have anything like this, it really doesn't matter. Look for something that you have at home that has a little bit of a, you can also use this, but don't fill it up all the way. You could use something like this as well. Just find something like a little open little bit of a bowl that you can be able to put and make them into like tarts, like you know how you would have a tart like that. So what I am going to do now is I'm just going to add my filling, not the filling but the sew mixture. And what you want to do is you want to add enough in there, but also have it where it is hollow in the middle, so it has a little hole in the middle. What we're going to do for the hole in the middle is what we're going to add the filling that we made, the pistachio filling. So you just want to do that, and so this is why it's really important that the sew is broken up a little bit, okay? Just like that. And just with your hands, just come up back and just make those molds. I think it works better with a spoon because it really sticks in the hand. And also don't make it where it's too thin or too thick. If it's too thin, then when it comes out, it's gonna break. But if it's too thick, then you're not gonna be able to get that filling in there. You just kind of have to play with it, be patient with it, but the outcome is going to be amazing. So it's well worth the little bit of effort that takes to do these. These silicone molds are so nice because then I don't have to add anything else in there. It's already moving on me, so I know that it's gonna come out. So I got these molds done. I had to take some out because I needed one of the molds, but let me show you how easy it is to take out with this. See that? And this is not even totally set yet. It's really, really soft right now. So this goes back in here. I'm gonna let this set. And then you don't have to wait for them to set to put the filling in. So we've got the filling over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spoon some of this filling right into it, just like that. And you can be so creative with this. You can even do a Nutella filling in this, where you would take, like, let's say walnuts, hazelnuts, and Nutella, and mix all that together, and you can fill those up. You know, you can just use your imagination. Whatever you like, you can put in there. You can also make rubbery and put rubbery in there. I think that would be super delicious. And so this is exactly what I wanted. This was going on in my head for the longest time, and I'm finally so happy to actually get this together. So this is exactly what it's gonna look like. Now I get to do a taste test, and I'm super excited about doing a taste test. So I'm gonna grab one, and I'll show you how easy these are and how beautiful are these gonna look on an eat plate. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how beautiful these are. They're like, you can have one on your own. And then, these are out of the world. They're crunchy, they're sweet. And then that filling we made, woo, all those nuts. These are super delicious. If any of you make this, make sure you hashtag Raihanascuisines on this, because I want to see it. So these also freeze really well. You can make this ahead of time, put them in the freezer, take them out, put your filling in there, and they're ready to go on your eat plate. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihanascuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.